Yeah, that wasn't on properly. That part was sideways. That's nice. Beautiful. Awesome.
Hey guys, welcome back. Nikki and John with the Wild. Today we are harvesting our tomatillos.
Yeah, we're in the garden today, and the way to tell is if the husks open up and they come off the plant easy, like that one did. That one's quite open, so anyways, hopefully we got a good amount here. We want to start making some Salsa Verde and start canning that. We just got the stove installed. And yeah, we love the stuff. We eat it on burritos and pulled pork wraps, all sorts of stuff. So it'd be good to have a good home supply of it. So these ones fell off. This is the first time growing tomatillos. Pretty wild plant, and you know it's a couple days to October, and they're still pumping out flowers, and the bees are still pollinating them, even though those will never get to fruition. It's just some of them you could still feel a little bit of room in there, and other ones you can tell that one just came off just by touching it. So that's a good one there. So I guess we'll get the good ones, and then we'll leave the ones that still have a bit of room to grow on there. So we'll see what we get this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I pick them?
Oh no, because you don't know what to pick. How about I find you one? Come here. You want to pick this one for me? Right here.
Okay.
This one. Pick this one. Awesome. Good job. Put it in there. It's pretty wild. Look at these. They're sticky, eh? One of those little bumps are.
Okay, that's good.
Can we put it in the box?
I was gonna pick that one.
There you go.
I'll pass it to me.
Okay, so we just harvested what we could. Feels like it's got a good heft to it. The majority of them are still growing, so we'll give them a week or maybe 2 weeks. Hopefully we don't get a frost, and we can get a lot more. Probably when a frost comes, we'll before that happens, we'll just come out, harvest the rest. But we'll see what this makes. It's a good amount. It's got a good heft to it. Okay, so it's the next day, and we harvested all these beautiful, amazing tomatillos. The next step is to start weighing these puppies out so that we know how much ingredients to add to the sauce. So I'm going to start weighing them in here, and then we'll get a tally at the end, and I'll have to figure it out because the measurements I have run off around 8 pounds. And you weigh these with the husks on. Okay, what are we at there? I'll just bring her to 3.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh.
No?
You're looking at the wrong angle. Oh, too much. Perfect. Okay. 3 pounds. I wonder if I can get quicker over here and then throw it on.
I need more bowls.
I'm gonna need more bowls. Good size bowl.
Hmm?
That's a good size bowl.
Yeah.
Hmm?
With the sneeze.
Oh wow, that was close. 3 pounds. Should be able to fill that up a couple times. Oh, too tiny. Guess those wouldn't have fallen off.
Yeah.
Okay, it's half a pound. Half. 0.5. So we got 3, 6, 9, 13 and a half pounds. And a half. So we'll just do it kind of like if it was, no, 13 and a half should work out good. So that's just a little over 1 and a half. Okay, perfect, 13 and a half. So when we're doing this, we'll write down on the description the ingredients we're using and the measurements, and we'll do it for an 8-pound batch. Okay, so next step is we're gonna start dehusking these, and these are super sticky, so I'm just gonna give these a little bit of a wash, and we're gonna put these in the pan, and then we'll put them in the oven to roast. We're gonna roast these before we make the tomatillo sauce, Toma Verde sauce, and should be pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna get these all cleaned and put in the pan, and then we'll catch back up. Okay. Okay, so we got almost the first pan. It's gonna go in the oven. I'm thinking we're probably gonna need to roast about 3 pans worth, but we'll get this one in first while we're cleaning the rest of them. But they're beautiful. They're all different shapes. Some of them have, this one looks like almost like a 3-leaf clover. Very cool. And some of them are greener, and then some of them are a bit more yellow. So I don't, maybe those ones were just on the vine longer. But yes, beautiful. I'm really looking forward to this. And we're putting these all stem side down. Okay, so this is my 3rd tray of tomatillos. I've got one in the oven that's almost done. This one's roasting on the bottom. I just got her on the pan right there. This is the 3rd one. I got a bit more space, and I've got 5 jalapeños. We're going for kind of a medium heat there, maybe a little bit above medium. We're going to put 2 whole heads of garlic in there, and we're going to roast those. Roughneck. Roast those with the jalapeños. We're going to roast these whole, and then we'll just squeeze that into the sauce. We're going to throw about 5 Thai chilies in here, but I want to get the seeds out. We're going to keep the seeds from the jalapeños in there, but we don't want to keep the seeds from the, at least most of the seeds out of the Thai chilies. Okay, so I'm just going to get that into the bottom of the oven, get everything here roasting. The only thing that I haven't got roasted yet is the white onions. We're going to be using about 5 of those, but we just do not have the space yet. So we're going to get this stuff roasted first, and then we're going to get those roasted. Let's have a look at this while we're here. Ooh. So they're not, actually I would say, those are super soft. Yeah, I would say those are done. I'm gonna get the other pan in there. Oh, smell good. Okay, so these things are very soft. We're gonna get these all into a stock pot. I think what we'll do is we'll get everything roasted, we'll get it into the stock pot, and we'll use the immersion blender. We were gonna use a food processor, but we've got a really small food processor, and we just don't wanna put this amount of heat into it. We've broken some blenders before. So the immersion blender will probably do the trick a little better. So I'm gonna get this into a stock pot, and I'll just have it on the cool side of the stove for now, and then I'll start getting the onions chopped up onto here.
Recording.
It smells like baked apples.
It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't smell tomatoey at all.
No, it smells more like baked apple. It's wild. I never would have guessed. Because that's not what Toma Verde tastes like. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 big onions mixed in with this. And what we're gonna do is we'll just probably eighth these, and get them in the pan and get them roasting.
Mom, good job.
Thank you. She's so supportive.
She's very supportive.
That you'll do that.
Oh, stop it. Am I?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's this?
You're doing
Wow, that's a
great
good jump.
job.
Great jump.
What can you spin around?
Wow, what a princess.
Crying here too, my goodness.
You about to cry?
Oh yeah.
Hmm. What did that onion say to you?
Oh, it's so mean.
I'll punch it.
Uh,
I get
oh. I need a minute.
like
Do you want me to do this?
It's not affecting you at all.
No. Ava, there's lots of onion juices popping around here. You gotta be careful, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're popping around.
Hmm?
You're
How's it
popping
affecting
around.
you?
Actually I can start to feel it. So it's starting to affect me. Yep, it's starting to more and more.
Oh.
And a lot now.
Oh. I need a minute.
Oh yeah. Ava, back off please. I don't want you crying.
What?
Oh, there you go. Whoopsies.
I need to pick this up. Dad, watch me pick this up.
Get those on there. And I'm gonna go cry off camera for a little bit. Oh.
Doing me.
Yeah. We'll grab a little bit more. So we need about 3/4 of a cup of lime juice and 3/4 of a cup of cilantro. We're putting just a little bit extra there. That's our young roosters trying their best to make some crowing sounds. It's a bit embarrassing at the moment.
Ava, can you shut the door?
It's a bit of a madhouse. We have 5 kids, so. Yeah. So these have a good char on them. And these smell like baked apples. It's wild. Okay, so I'm gonna get that pot over here.
Yeah.
Start filling that up. I'm gonna get these onions in here. Let them roast away. Wow, are we gonna get the other pan in? We got 2 more pans.
2 more?
We got one with the
onions.
onions, and then another one
Well,
with a bigger one, bigger in
We
both of
could
these.
start to put this down first.
Hmm?
We could
That's not gonna take space. Okay, so we're gonna put the ingredients in now, and we're gonna blitz it up, but we're gonna have to transfer this over to a bigger stock pot because we got 2 more pans, one with onions, the other one with the garlic, and a whole bunch more tomatillos, and it's just not gonna fit in here. So I've got 3.5 teaspoons of salt, then this is pickling salt, and 2 teaspoons of pepper. I've got about 3/4 of a cup of cilantro. And I'm using just a little over 3/4 of a cup of lime juice. So I've got the first 2 pans in this stock pot. It's not big enough for all 4. So I'm gonna get this immersion blend, put into the larger one. I'm gonna grab the other 2 out, stick them in here, blend those up, and we should be good to go. Stick those in there, and then we'll just let that simmer down, thicken up before we can it. That's great. I've got it all combined in together. So come and have a look. This is what she's looking at like right now. I think that's looking awesome. So I'm gonna put that on the stove just to reduce a bit more. And then I'm gonna get some jars ready and start canning her up. Okay, it's been simmering away for a while. We've got these jars. We sanitized them all inside the water bath, so they're all nice and pre-warmed, so they'll be able to handle the heat from this. And this should be thick enough to go. So we can fit 7 in our water bath, so we'll start with 7, but there should be enough in here to do about 15 or 16 of these jars. So we'll have to do it in 2 batches, but we're gonna get this one on the go. We're gonna fill these up to about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch up to the top. Oh, it smells amazing. Before I put the lids on, I'm just going to give these rims each a little clean off. Some vinegar and a bit of paper towel. Make sure that I get a good seal. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do these finger tight, and these will go in the water bath for 15 minutes because I'm below 1,000 feet above sea level. So if you're above 1,000 feet above sea level, you'd have to put in for 20 minutes, and every 1,000 feet above 1,000 feet, you have to add an extra 5 minutes. But for me, 15 minutes. So you want the water about 1 inch to 2 inches above, and that's about 1.5 inches, so that's perfect. Get it on the heat. Get the lid on it, and as soon as it starts boiling, then I'll start the timer for 15 minutes. Look at that, beautiful. Gorgeous color. Okay, well, that's our first 7 canned. I've got enough in here, I think, to do 8, so I'm gonna can another 7. And I'm gonna leave the 8th one out, and we're gonna make some chicken fajitas and try this stuff out. Okay, so we just finished canning all of the Salsa Verde. We ended up getting 15 jars. One wasn't quite full, but we didn't bother canning it. This one's going to be used for dinner, and then after that, it's going straight to the fridge. So now we're gonna start cooking up some chicken fajitas, try this stuff out, and I'm super excited. Okay, so fajitas, onions, garlic, chili, paprika, salt, cumin, and cilantro. And here I've got just a bit of oil. Oh, sorry, darling. I've got a bit of oil and soy sauce, so I'm gonna mix that in there. Get that all mixed together. Paprika. Mm-hmm. All right, now I'm gonna throw the chicken in there and get this marinating. Never mind. Instead of a wrap, Nikki's having cauliflower rice. She's doing the keto thing. I'll have the wrap. Good?
Yep. Got a little bit of the juice in there.
Mm-hmm. Grab a spoon.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to come out.
Some of that. Jalapeno. Bit of cheese. And, all right, here we go. I'm gonna test out. I want to get a little taste of that first. Oh man, that tastes good. Holy. Alright, you should serve yourself. Let's have a go here.
Mm.
That's so fresh, eh?
Yeah. I would cheers you, but
Mmm.
cheers.
Mmm. So much work went into that. But that was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From
Very
starting
good.
the seeds early spring, I think it was April or March, building the garden beds, planting
A
them,
lot of work.
getting rotten logs and all the different types of manure and soil into the beds, and then planting out at the right time and watering and harvesting, washing, cleaning, canning, cooking. Worth it. This is amazing. This is awesome. You guys should try it. If you guys haven't grown tomatillos before, you should try it. They're super fun, super easy. No pests got at our tomatoes. Nothing really went for them, tomatillos.
They're very low maintenance.
Yeah, and the bees love them. They love the flowers. They're actually, the bees are still pollinating the flowers that will never eventuate to anything at this point.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, cheers. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys liked the video, maybe share it, subscribe, give it a like. Let us know what you think of it. Anyways, have a good one.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Potatoes. Dinner.
What is